Storybox presents A Bear Called Ted by Valérie Cros. One evening at the circus, the ringmaster announced, "Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, be very scared, for here comes Ted!" There was a drum roll and a huge bear walked into the ring. Suddenly there was silence in the big top. Ted's trainer cracked his whip, and the bear stood up on his back legs. He gave a fierce roar. The children in the audience trembled in fear and cuddled up to their parents. The bear really did look very scary. When the show was over, Ted went back to his cage. Tears began to trickle down his muzzle, because this big fierce bear had the gentle heart of a teddy bear. "I'm tired of scaring little children and making people think I'm fierce," thought Ted sadly. "I don't want to be a monster any more." So with one swipe of his powerful paw, he smashed the lock on his cage and ran away. Ted wandered through the town. Suddenly he noticed a little shop. He looked through the window and saw lots of toy teddy bears. They were sitting quietly waiting. Ted's beautiful eyes lit up. He found a way into the shop through the back door. A moment later the big bear was sitting in the window with the toy teddy bears. The next morning a man walked past the shop whistling. "Wow, what a great teddy bear!" he said when he saw Ted. "I would have loved a big bear like that when I was a child." Without a second thought, he went into the shop. "I'll take the big teddy bear in the window," he said to the shop assistant. When Ted heard that, he was overjoyed. But he was careful not to move a whisker. The man dragged Ted to his van, huffing and puffing. "This teddy bear is really heavy, almost like a real bear." When Ted arrived at his new home, he heard a little boy squeal in surprise. Milo jumped for joy when he realized that the huge teddy bear was for him.
"Wow, thanks, Dad,"
he said.
"I love this teddy bear."
He put his little arms around Ted and hugged him tightly. Ted was the happiest bear ever. Ted loved his new life as a teddy bear. Every evening in bed, Milo hugged him and told him his secrets.
"Oh, if only you could answer me. I love you, Teddy,"
sighed the boy as he fell asleep against the bear's soft fur. When at last Milo's eyes closed, Ted kissed his friend's cheek. Then he slipped out quietly to go and find some food. But sometimes Milo was not very kind to his teddy. When he wanted to have fun, he jumped on Ted's fat tummy and laughed out loud. When Milo was in a bad mood, he pulled Ted's ears. It was hard for Ted to say nothing. "If only I could reply," he thought. "I would teach this little rascal to treat bears with respect." But Ted never moved a claw or an ear. After all, he was supposed to be a toy teddy bear. One night when Ted came back from his usual walk, he let out a huge sneeze. "Achoo!" He made such a noise that Milo woke up. "Oh no!" thought Ted in a panic. "Milo will be scared of me and he won't love me anymore." But instead of being scared, the little boy was fascinated.
"My teddy bear has come to life,"
said Milo, touching Ted's damp nose.
"But shh, it's our secret. Dad must never know."
After that, whenever Milo was sure that nobody could see them, he jumped on his bear's back. The two friends went for long walks in the park. Sometimes Milo and Ted had fun playing tricks.
Look at my teddy bear. He climbed to the top of that tree,
said Milo to passers-by. They raised their eyebrows and said, That's incredible! The months and years went by and Milo grew big. One day he went for a walk with Ted in the forest. Suddenly a female bear appeared. She sat down close to them and stared at Ted. The big bear wanted to go and join her, but he didn't want to leave his friend Milo. The boy understood. He said,
You know, I'm big now, and I don't need a teddy bear anymore. And you don't need me anymore either. So off you go.
Ted wasn't sure, but in the end he did as Milo said and set off into the mountains with the female bear. When Milo got home, he looked up at the starry sky.
Those bright stars form a constellation called the Great Bear,
he said.
I think it's smiling down at me.
Just then Milo heard a gentle growl. Coming from the mountains. It might have been Ted saying goodbye. Milo whispered back.
Goodbye, my teddy bear.
The end.